JD Vance, the MAGA VP, has done some interviews during the course of the Democratic convention this week where he seemingly can't help but embarrass himself and Trump, telling flat jokes, attributing characteristics of Donald Trump onto others, or flat out lying in ways that just come out hilarious. So I pulled just a couple of these clips to look at and analyze.
I just don't understand a person in American politics in 2024 who's whining about what happened to them instead of using their leadership and using their influence to make the lives of American citizens better.
Now, this has to be the funniest one of them all because Trump is literally running on, they're all after me, the system is against me, they stole the election from me, they all hate me, they make up lies about me, me. And his policy agenda legitimately boils down to Democrats bad, deport immigrants, while he doesn't ever offer real solutions or even divulge into any of his plans of how these things will be implemented. For instance, like with mass deportation that he's promising, how is he going to do it? Is he going to have ICE soldiers patrol the streets like Nazi Germany and check any brown person for their papers? He's running on playing victim, whining, and promising revenge. So it's just a little extra hilarious that this is what JD Vance had to say about the Democrats. I would love and challenge for anyone on the right to tell me a single Democratic presidential nominee who has ever ran on such a victim mentality.
Donald Trump can point to 4 years of successful leadership and say, I delivered rising prices.
This is also just absolutely hilarious. I mean, quite the Freudian slip there, JD. You'd think that he's finally coming back around to his senses to when he would actually speak the truth about Trump, before he realized that the only vehicle to power for him in the Republican Party for the next 8-10 years would be to absolutely suck off Trump at every chance he gets. But Trump did lead to rising prices. In 2020, the CPI raised at the highest rate it ever has in history. To date, by the way, Biden's never had one as high as Trump, and it matched with Trump's enormous spending during COVID, sent us spiraling into inflation. If we didn't have a deflationary period where we were in the negative, which is worse, if not just as bad as inflation, it would have risen to these massive levels under Trump. It's just it had to come up from negative. So he had the benefit of that and then getting to pass the torch. But now Republicans complain about those same high prices. It's kind of astonishing to see when they're voting for the cause of them.
Here's what I'd ask. First of all, if it's a fake news anchor, I'd appreciate y'all just letting them ask their question. It's okay. We can run them out of town after they ask their question. I'm kidding.
Literally zero laughs to that joke. He resonates with nobody. There's plenty of awkward clips just like this because he is a weirdo. He doesn't know how to connect with people. And he's also attacking the media here, which again, core first step to fascism, but they're definitely not fascist, right? I mean, I just wanted to show you this clip to show you how grossly unhuman this man is. Nobody with a soul or without $1 million could relate to him. And I honestly have no idea why Trump even picked him other than, please his billionaire tech bro buddies.
How do we respond to Democrats who say that they tried to pass a border security bill? My response, ma'am, is I was there in the Senate when they tried to pass that border security bill, and it had nothing to do with border security.
Now, this one's funny for a few reasons. First, there's literal compilations on compilations on compilations of Republicans who are border hawks saying, yes, this bill does secure the border, and the only reason we're voting against it is because Trump wanted us to kill it. Actually, let's play a few of those.
He doesn't want us to solve the border problem because he wants to blame Biden for it is really appalling.
If we have a bill that, on net, significantly decreases illegal immigration, and we sabotage that, that is inconsistent with what we told our voters we would do. But it would be a pretty unacceptable dereliction of your duty.
If you try to move a bill that solves the border crisis during this presidential year, I will do whatever I can to destroy you.
But I would acknowledge President Trump failed, along with Republicans, Paul Ryan and the guys. They failed in 2018 to actually move a border security bill to tighten this so that we weren't dealing with this crisis right now. They failed to actually get the wall built. President Trump signed 12 continuing resolutions after he said he would never sign another one if they didn't give him the money to finish building the wall. Look, this stuff matters. It adds up. I call balls and strikes. This is not hard.
And I mean, second, JD is admitting here that he voted against border security. Of course, he's lying and trying to say it didn't make border security, but really anyone who read the bill would know, oh, you were you were one of the Republicans that voted against it, so you don't actually care about the border outside of using it as a political cudgel, so you don't care about Americans. I mean, anyone with common sense could piece that together. It was originally drafted with Ukraine and Israel funding in it. Then the Israel and Ukraine funding passed separately, so that was never the issue. And then Republicans also voted it down as a standalone bill as well. I mean, what's JD Vance going to admit next? That he was in the Senate and he refused to vote for the child tax credit? Like, keep going, my man. You're doing God's work at this point.